All right, I have Rachel Scarpino here, and she's a three-time yoga certified instructor, and she's going to show us a couple poses to help with anxiety and depression. These poses are designed strictly for breathing and to relieve stress. So here she is.
So, hi, I'm Rachel Scarpino. I'm going to show you a couple yoga poses that you can do to relieve some stress and anxiety. The first one you're going to do is called Sukhasana, translated to easy pose. So basically you're just sitting up tall, your leg is crossed, pretzel style or whatever feels comfortable for you, and simply sit here and just connect to your breath. You want to even out your inhales to your exhales. The best way to do that is by counting. I like to go by 5. So you'll inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you'll do that for a minute. You can close your eyes down to bring it into a more internal practice. Otherwise, keep your eyes open as you focus on your breath. So that's pose 1. The second pose you're going to do is called Shavasana, or corpse pose. Essentially, all you're doing is just laying down on your back, closing down your eyes. Your arms are going to extend alongside your body, palms facing up. And again, here you're connecting with your breath, bringing your mind back to the present moment. This is a great way, again, to relieve anxiety and stress. And the third pose I'm going to show you is called Legs Up the Wall. So what you'll do is you'll lay, again, flat on your back, and your legs will just come up towards the wall. If you want, you could place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, feeling the inflow and outflow of your breath and feeling the beat of your heart. This, again, brings you back to the present moment, connecting with your breath, relieving anxiety and anxiety and stress.
And depression.
And depression.
Can you show us some of these poses?
Yes. So Sukhasana, obviously you're sitting, connecting with your breath. You can keep your eyes open or closed if you wish. Shavasana is simple. You'll just lay down on your back and then legs up the wall, similar to Shavasana. Placing one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. So those are 3 great poses that you can try to help relieve anxiety, depression, and relieving any type of stress that you have.
And then if you had to describe what is your favorite poses, and if you had to describe how yoga relieves stress for you and helps with your anxiety.
Essentially, yoga, what you want to do is, it's really about connecting your mind and your breath back into your body. So when a yoga instructor asks you to do a pose and to hold the pose and to breathe through those poses, essentially that's teaching you to, when you step off of your mat, anytime you come into a situation where you find that you're holding your breath, that things become overwhelming, your mind starts to race, your mind goes in different directions and scrambles. Essentially, it teaches you to come back to your breath and to remain calm so that you can really focus on what is going on. You can have a better clarity of how to deal with the situation, and it helps you to essentially get through whichever event or situation or maybe individual that you're dealing with that is creating this anxiety, these stressful feelings that are coming up in your mind and your body.
So would you say it's all the breathing is what really helps relieve the anxiety in the yoga, or is it the actual poses and stretching?
It's a combination. It's about merging all of them together as one. So usually when you do become stressed out and you feel anxiety coming into play, you naturally start to hold your breath. You can't breathe. That's why a lot of people have panic attacks, and their breathing becomes heavier and a little bit erratic, and they're trying to control it. So what yoga does is help to calm the breath, bring it back to a steady pace while you're going through these pretty difficult poses that you have to hold for maybe as long as a minute or 2. And again, it's teaching you to take that bit of advice, that bit of knowledge that you find in a yoga practice, and applying it to your outside world and what happens off the mat.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate it, Rachel, and I hope this helps everybody out there. And it really inspires people to take the natural route instead of the unnatural route and taking medications, and try doing yoga to relieve their stress and anxiety and depression if they have that as well. And thank you once again.